The United States of America, a vast and diverse country rich with amazing places worth your time. From the world-class cities such as New York and Los Angeles, across the stunning beaches of Waikiki and Miami, all the way to many natural wonders such as the Grand Canyon and the Rocky Mountains. These are our must-visit places in the USA, so jump in and take a tour across the USA with us. Number 1. New York. New York, also known as the Big Apple or the melting pot of cultures from all over the world, is definitely number 1 on our list. For first-time visitors, walking the streets can be like walking through a movie set, with famous sights on every corner, from the Empire State Building to Rockefeller Plaza, the Chrysler Building, Central Park, Times Square, Fifth Avenue, Broadway, and of course, the Statue of Liberty. From going sightseeing by day, watching a Broadway show in the evening, having a shopping spree, or relaxing and reminiscing over a fantastic meal, this city can boast with too many options to choose from. This is simply New York, with too much to see and do in a day or a weekend. A city worth returning to over and over again. Number 2. Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the epicenter of Southern California and has always been the epitome of glamour, with Hollywood, Beverly Hills, and Bel Air being dominant in pop culture. Spending some time in the City of Angels is quite addictive, so going there once will definitely get you craving more. From Hollywood, which is a must-see place for all movie fans, across Disneyland, a family-friendly hotspot, to many of the alluring beaches ideal for surfing, this city has it all. Los Angeles even offers unique natural history experiences, so make sure you don't miss out on visiting the La Brea tar pits and seeing fossil remains of prehistoric animals that roamed this area 40,000 years ago. Los Angeles, or Tinseltown, is famous for its many iconic landmarks, such as the Hollywood sign and Santa Monica Pier, but make sure you visit the Academy of Motion Pictures Museum when it opens next year for an opportunity to go inside the movies at a museum dedicated to exploring the art, science, and history of the film industry. Number 3. San Francisco. San Francisco, a charming and picturesque city on the West Coast, is a perfect destination for both adventure seekers and those who seek a perfect getaway place. It's up to you to decide what you'd rather do. Take a cruise on San Francisco Bay, drive over the Golden State Bridge, explore Fisherman's Wharf with its spectacular views of Alcatraz, or hop on a streetcar to explore the city's landmarks. Whatever you choose, you won't be short of jaw-dropping travel stories to tell. Often described as Los Angeles' more refined northern cousin, San Francisco is an irresistible mix of big city buzz and small town charm. When you want to take a break from all the sightseeing, you can always go to one of San Francisco's best wine tours for a carefree day trip. Number 4. Miami. Even though most people imagine long, sandy beaches and great parties at the mention of Miami, this hotspot of southern Florida has much more to offer. The Cuban vibe, along with the Calle Ocho in Little Havana, the Art Deco district in Miami Beach that is reminiscent of the 1930s era, the endless parade of sports cars cruising along Ocean Drive in the evenings, and the summertime beach scene of South Beach are just some of the unique experiences that make Miami one of the best cities in the U.S. Take a number of diverse cultures, add a strong dose of the arts and a splash of ocean water, and you have Miami. Looking at the fantastic art museums and the blossoming gastronomical scene, you might find it hard to believe that just a century ago, this colorful Floridian city was covered in swampland. Once developers rushed into the area, one of the most popular tourist destinations and spectacular city skylines in the country was born. Today, with South Beach before you and the Everglades behind you, you can walk through the bustling streets past historical homes with Spanish words and Caribbean music floating into your ears. Its reputation for vibrant nightlife and extravagant parties is realized in Miami Beach, a barrier island to the east of the mainland. Meanwhile, the down-to-earth city proper cultivates an artsy vibe. For a taste of Miami Beach, sign up for one of the city's best boat tours, where you'll be able to marvel at the glistening skyline from the water. Number 5. Grand Canyon. One of the must-see places when you find yourself in the USA is definitely the Grand Canyon. Describing it as grand doesn't even do it justice. This magnificent place in northern Arizona is truly a natural wonder. Gazing out over the canyon walls to an endless horizon of an unfathomable depth below is one of the highlights of any trip to the United States. For 6 million years, the Grand Canyon has expanded with the help of the powerful Colorado River, and for centuries, people from all over the world have traveled to experience the awe of this place. Managed by the National Park Service and officially designated as a World Heritage Site, the Grand Canyon leaves its approximately 6 million visitors per year mesmerized. You can visit the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Home of the Grand Canyon Village and the well-worn Bright Angel Trail, is the most popular and most visited by sightseers and hikers alike at any time of year. If you'd rather have a break from the crowds, the better choice is the North Rim, ideal for backwoods camping and hardcore hiking. However, bear in mind that the road to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon is closed in the winter due to snow. Try guessing the next must-see place in the USA, the neon capital of the world. But before we move on, take a second to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Number 6. Las Vegas. Las Vegas can provide any kind of holiday you can think of. Whether you're in for a getaway weekend spot at the blackjack table or Tao nightclub, or a more luxurious spent weekend at the world-class hotels, high-end boutiques, and gourmet restaurants, Las Vegas is also rich with offers of great outdoor activities such as hiking in Red Rock Canyon or visiting the Hoover Dam via helicopter tour or bus tour. You can even bring the kids along. Underage travelers will get a kick out of the Cirque del Sol performance, the Bellagio Fountain, and the Neon Museum. When you've already explored much of Las Vegas, there is a lot more to check out in the surrounding area. The Grand Canyon, for instance, then Hoover Dam, Death Valley National Park, and Valley of Fire State Park, all within easy day tripping distance. This glittering city will definitely leave you a bit overwhelmed, but gasping in awe of it all. Its marvels. Viva Las Vegas! Number 7. Chicago. Chicago. Set on the shores of Lake Michigan, with all its parks and beautiful waterfront, with its art and cultural attractions, as well as fantastic shopping, is popular all year round. It is hopeless for the occasional visitor to try to keep up with Chicago. She outgrows his prophecies faster than he can make them, wrote Mark Twain in Life of the Mississippi. Although Twain made up his mind about the Windy City before it even reached its 50th year, his impression of Chicago has proven long-lasting. The Magnificent Mile along Michigan Avenue is the city's most famous area, with high-end luxury stores and galleries, along with famous buildings and amazing architecture. Some of the tourist highlights include Millennium Park, the Art Institute of Chicago, Navy Pier, and the views from the Willis Tower skydeck. America's third largest city has been described in a myriad of ways throughout its lifetime. When Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla were competing for the right to use their forms of electricity to illuminate the 1893 Chicago's World Fair, Chicago was known as a city of industry. When Prohibition set in, notorious mobsters like Al Capone transformed Chicago into their own dangerous playground. And intense immigration surges throughout the 20th century brought a host of new identities to the Windy City, including Greek, Polish, Italian, Irish, and Jewish. Today, Chicago remains just as diverse, boasting a thriving art scene, various shopping districts, and superb cuisine. Chicago's skyscrapers and public art are absolutely worth admiring. Still having doubts about visiting this great city? Number 8. Waikiki. Are you in for a swim? Then definitely don't miss out on one of America's top beaching destinations, Waikiki, located on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. This tropical island certainly does have it all: the benefits and comfort of North America and the most beautiful golden sand beaches that stretch along the Pacific Ocean. What else could one ask for? Waikiki enjoys a reputation for being the world's most famous beach resort, blessed with South Sea magic. This small, flat area of Honolulu is where the majority of visitors to Hawaii spend their holidays. Waikiki is the heart of Honolulu, if not the whole of the Hawaiian Islands. Located in this small area is the state's largest choice of hotels. They can be found either on the beach or in the Kalakaua Avenue vicinity, which runs parallel to the beach and is loaded with restaurants, shopping, entertainment, and other things to do. This beach has been a favorite bathing place for Hawaiians long before tourists began to flock to the area, and Waikiki Beach was once used to receive royal guests. Number 9. Colorado's Rocky Mountains. The dramatic peaks of the Rocky Mountains can be appreciated in many areas of North America, but in Colorado, the climate and small mountain towns make this one of the best places to visit in the Rockies. Waterfalls and snow-capped peaks, more than 50 of which reach a height of 14,000 feet or more, make this a beautiful area for sightseeing and appreciating mountain life. In the summer, hiking, mountain biking, and rafting are popular pastimes. In the winter, the mountains become a playground for skiers and boarders. The ski resorts in Colorado are some of the best in North America. Some of the best places to visit are the towns of Vail, Aspen, Telluride, and Durango. Scenic drives like the San Juan Scenic Byway and the $1 Million Highway will take you through a breathtaking mountain landscape and old mining towns like Silverton and Ouray. Or hop on Silverton and Durango Narrow Gauge Railroad for a relaxing day trip through the Rockies. On the edge of the Rocky Mountains in the southwest corner of Colorado, a little over an hour from Durango, is Mesa Verde National Park. This fantastic park is home to incredible Native American cliff dwellings and is also a World Heritage Site. Number 10. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., a city of southern efficiency and northern charm, as John F. Kennedy once described it, is the U.S. capital and home to some of the most famous landmarks and national treasures in America, from the White House and Capitol Building to the Smithsonian Museums. This city should be on everyone's bucket list. With its marble monuments and high-profile politics, it has had a long reputation as a stuffy, government-driven town. However, in the past few years, many attempts have been made to change that perception of this exciting East Coast holiday destination. With a recent explosion of restaurants, cafes, boutiques, and clubs, DC is transitioning into a thriving cultural hub. You can visit Washington, D.C. any time of the year, but it's especially beautiful in the spring, in late March or early April when the trees are in full bloom and Cherry Blossom Festival takes place. You'll definitely enjoy tours of classic attractions, but there's no better way to experience iconic DC than to walk around the tidal basin. If you've already visited all the famous sites of the city, then it's definitely time to check out its urban neighborhoods, marquee art galleries, and vibrant farmers markets. While you'll only need a few days to visit the landmarks, it could take months to fully experience the Washington that today's locals know and love. Number 11. New Orleans. New Orleans is best known for its Mardi Gras festival, and it's like no other southern city, rich with history and its mix of cultures with strong French and Spanish influences. It's famous for the architecture of the French Quarter, delicious Creole cuisine, all-year party time vibes, and as its backbone is music. Jazz, blues, rock and roll. These tunes ooze from every city pore. All this and much more make this city so distinct and unique, thus a perfect destination for a long weekend getaway. New Orleans has about 130 festivals each year, so there's really no bad time to visit. For many, the highlight of New Orleans is its Mardi Gras festival, with its carnival traits like elaborate costumes and outrageous floats lighting up the streets. Music can be heard everywhere, and the celebrations that seem to be never-ending. However, if crowds are not your kind of thing, you may want to avoid it this time of year. New Orleans has so many things to offer to all newcomers. Bourbon Street is the obvious choice for food, drink, and jazz, and it's definitely a must-visit location. But also check out Frenchman Street for more live music and a different vibe altogether. Bagnette's at Café du Monde is the ultimate tourist trap, but for a good reason. It's worth your stop on your itinerary, both for the atmosphere and the tasty treats. The Garden District is a charming part of town with beautiful homes. Think everything from cottages to mansions to be amazed with. And nearby Magazine Street offers cafes and restaurants where you can refuel before hitting up the nearby antique shops and boutiques. Despite past environmental disasters, today the Crescent City looks almost as good as new and should definitely be on your itinerary. Number 12. Yosemite National Park. While the Grand Canyon is on most international travelers' itineraries, Yosemite is a national treasure that should not be missed. Yosemite Valley is home to some of America's most famous landscapes and iconic natural attractions, from the dramatic waterfalls to the soaring cliff walls in El Capitan and Half Dome. Yosemite National Park features nearly 1,200 square miles of sheer awe. towering waterfalls, millennia-old sequoia trees, striking, daunting cliff faces, and some of the most unique rock formations in the United States. But despite its enormous size, most of the tourist activity takes place within the 8-square-mile area of Yosemite Valley. Here, you'll find the park's most famous landmarks, Half Dome and El Capitan, as well as excellent hiking trails through the natural monuments. Even inexperienced hikers can enjoy Yosemite. Guided tours and climbing lessons are available from local adventure outfitters. Like so many other American tourist destinations, crowds are the biggest obstacles to an enjoyable Yosemite holiday. Approximately 4 million people visit each year, but if you go at the right time and start your day a little earlier than usual, Mother Nature's wonders will reveal themselves to you in a miraculous and serene way. Which of these amazing places would you like to visit in the future? Let me know down in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.